On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a partridge in a pear tree. On the second day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the third day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the fourth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the fifth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 6th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 6 geese a-laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 7th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 7 swans a-swimming, 6 geese a-laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 9th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 9 ladies waiting, 8 maids a milking, 7 swans a swimming, 6 geese a laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 10th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 10 lords a leaping, 9 ladies waiting, 8 maids a milking, 7 swans a swimming, 6 geese a laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 11th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 11 pipers piping, 10 lords a leaping, 9 ladies waiting, 8 maids a milking, 7 swans a swimming, 6 geese a laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 12th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 12 drummers drumming, 11 pipers piping, 10 lords a leaping, 9 ladies waiting, 8 maids a milking, 7 swans a swimming, 6 geese a laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree, and a partridge in a pear tree.
And a cruise ship waiting for me.
That's right, a cruise ship waiting for me. That's what we'd sing it over here.
That's the way we would sing it.
It's Sea Lake Journeys. Oh, it looks like we're getting our heads cut off today. Let me see if I can adjust something here a little bit.
I was so busy making the new intro this morning that I barely am even dressed for work.
I think I ate some of that red oatmeal from Laura Jones. That we discovered that maybe is why I was red.
Well, we hope you enjoyed the new intro this morning.
Yeah.
It's going to be our Christmas intro from now until Christmas. And it goes along with our themes of our morning show. So for those of you that are new to our channel, we appreciate each and every one of our new subscribers and our new viewers. And I am Robin, and this is Chet, and we are Sea Lake Journeys.
Sea Lake Journeys.
We have a morning show every morning from 8 to 8:30. And we put up videos a few times during the week. And we're going to be going on a cruise December 10th through the 17th. So,
well, we have our morning show from 8 to 8:30 of Monday through Friday. And on Saturday, we come on at 10 o'clock.
There you go.
10 o'clock.
And Saturday is an hour-long show.
Yes.
So we want to say good morning to everyone that's listening while driving or listening while doing what, Chet?
Hey, maybe you're driving down to the dump truck factory to inspect those new dump trucks,
Dump
or
truck.
maybe you're going to stay home today and play with Tonka toy trucks. How about that?
I have no clue how he comes up with this stuff out of nowhere off the top of his head. And some of the stuff he comes up with is just absolutely bizarre.
I thought yesterday's coconut bouncing was particularly good.
Well, and we want to say good morning to Law Jones, who brings us the quote of the day.
It is a great quote too, Law. Thank you for this. The quote is, "It's okay if you fall apart sometimes. Tacos fall apart all the time, and we still love them."
That's right.
A quote from Natural Life. You know, your taco falls apart and you still love it. So it's okay to fall apart.
You know what? I think that when we fall apart sometimes, it just makes us better when we're put back together again.
That's right. You get rebuilt in a little bit better condition than you was before you fell apart.
Yep. And so we want to, let me get down here to my slashes that were put up in the chat for me so that I know where the show begins and where the breakfast ends.
Where
So
the
we
show
want-
begins and the breakfast ends. How about
Because they
that?
talk about their breakfast in the chat. So we want to say good morning to the Z-Man. Good morning, Z-Man. So nice to have you with us today.
Z-Man.
And of course, Law Jones
Lunch.
and the Gaylords.
That's right. The Gaylords told us it's cold up north. Can you believe that?
And I believe TNT has their name locked in now.
I think so. Well, we changed it for them this morning on our beginning screen. Hope you
Yes.
noticed that as TNT's Casa of Captivating Cruising.
There you go.
Hmm.
And we have Leonard Family Fun is with us. Tanisha can't be with us for the show, but she did give us the day of days, and we'll get to that in a minute. And Mark the Shark.
Mark the Shark.
So, and the Fearless Rambler is also here. So we just want to let you know that we currently have 7 members on our channel. We really do appreciate you guys.
Yes.
One more member, and we will meet the criteria to have our members on our homepage,
How about
on
that?
our YouTube page. So one more member and our new member, we want to give a shout out to Christine Turner. She's our new member.
That's right. The last two that joined up was Meg and Christine Turner.
Yes. So who are they, Chet? Let's
Hey,
just
let's
give
go.
a shout out to all of
Our
them.
pro level, we have TNT's Casa of Captivating Cruising, the Fearless Rambler, Meg, and Christine Turner.
There you go.
And on coral level, we got Eddie Lugo Studios, yo, yo, yo.
Woo!
And our turquoise level, we have Ocean to Ocean Travel and Michael the Realist.
Woo!
How about
And so we thank
squeaky
you.
to all of y'all?
We really do appreciate it. And so let's just say good morning to everybody else. What is Law Jones saying here?
He says, Sea Leg, will the chat be saved for replay or should I take notes on this morning's chat?
As far as I know,
I think
I
it's
always
saved.
set it to where as you're watching it, you can see the chat as it's taking place.
Yeah, if you rewatch it again, go back to hashtag replay, it should
As a
come
ma-
up in the chat.
As a matter of fact, I know because Lori Barber, first of all, I love the way that Lori
That's
Barber
right.
watches she's one of our
Hashtag
replay. I love the way she watches it. You guys, this is what she does, and she puts it in the chat, and I just love it. It thrills my heart to no
Me
end.
too. I love it.
She is watching the show as it took place, and she's making a comment.
Like she's live
Like
with
she's
us.
live with us. And it was so funny because the other day she said something. I don't know who it was. I'll just make this up. Oh, Law Jones, that was so funny. And it's part of the comments, which shows that she's actually participating.
Yeah, she'll
as
comment. She'll
hashtag
go,
replay.
"Oh, that's a great quote, Law," and she'll say, "Mark the Shark, salute."
Yes,
she
it's
she goes through the whole thing like she's right here with us right now.
And I love it. I just love it. So we were saying good morning to the people in the chat. And we have the Moonlight Adventures are with us this morning. Good morning, Moonlight Adventures.
Good morning, Josh and Chastity.
Mark the Sharks reminding everyone to
Oh,
hit that
thumbs up. Thank you for
up and that he loves us.
Thank
and
you.
applause. And Just Kaya TV is with us today. Since
morning.
I've seen her name, it just reminded me that today is in fact the Raid Parade.
That's right.
We are not part of the Raid Parade this week, but make sure you tune into the Raid Parade. I believe
It's a great spot for new creators to go in
Paul.
there and see.
I believe Paul
Paul.
has up the links for it and everything.
Yes, Paul Vines on
So
Facebook.
make sure you watch if you're interested in watching the Raid Parade, it does start. The pre-party starts at 1 o'clock. Videos start at 2, and it goes on to like 4 o'clock in the afternoon or something like that. You don't have to watch all of them, but tune into the ones that you would like to see.
Sure, check them out.
And we have Team Reese is with us this
Good morning,
morning.
Team
Good morning,
Reese.
Team Reese. So they've been decorating their tree, and I watched her decorating the tree, the house kind of thing. And she's like me. She's got so many decorations. She's just like, okay, this goes here and this goes here and this goes here. Okay, well, I don't know if we're gonna put all this up this year. So I watched her decorating the house. Gorgeous. I love the unique things that she puts in her tree. Some of the things that stick out from the tree. I like that. And I do that on one of my trees. I just didn't do that this year.
Yeah, some cinnamon sticks or something we put on one of ours.
Cinnamon sticks.
Smells like cinnamon sticks.
And we have the Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla are with us today. Good morning,
Good morning,
guys.
Gypsy and Vanilla Gorilla.
And of course, we have Captain Billy. And we always say, if Captain Billy's here, everybody's here.
Ahoy there, he says to everybody. The captain is here. Thanks for being here, Captain Billy J.
And we have Jeffrey Schmidt, who brings us the joke of the day.
And here we go. Jeffrey says, I changed my password to incorrect. So whenever I forget what it is in the computer, and the computer says your password is incorrect. So there you go. I like that's brilliant. If you type the wrong password, the computer will tell you your password is incorrect, and you can type.
So
Jeffrey, that is brilliant. Okay. I love it.
That's I don't think that far in advance. And Cedar World is with us this morning. Good morning, Cedar World. So nice to have you. And here's what TNT says.
TNT says we have a family tradition on Christmas Eve to go see lights around the neighborhood, and when we get home, Santa has already came. Woo! How about that?
Yes, so that is one of our topics this week.
It's today.
Driving around. Oh no, today's traditions.
Oh, okay.
Today's traditions.
Traditions.
So I'm gonna catch up with the chat, and you give everybody a brief thing about what today's topic is about.
Oh, I gotta flip the page over here because here we go. I got a lot of notes in my note page.
Okay.
So some of these Christmas traditions, like we just got mentioned here, driving around the neighborhood to check out all the Christmas lights so that Santa Claus can come. Hey, does anybody else do that? I remember driving around in the car as a kid looking at Christmas lights. We didn't have any up at our house, but we like to drive around the neighborhood and check out other people who did.
Let's hit Tanisha's Day of the Day.
Oh, yes.
Forget.
Tanisha, Leonard Family Fun says, Happy Friday. I'll be out today, but want to share this. It's National Fritters, National Mutt Day, National Special Education Day, National Faux Fur Day, and National Bartender Day. I'll toast to that. There you go. National Bartender Day. How about that?
Well, we're going to have a bartender in like 8 days when we get on that cruise ship.
Indeed, we will.
So one thing that we did as a family tradition in our house was we always made popcorn to string on the Christmas tree. That was something that we did every year from the time I was a little girl till I can't even remember how long it was. And then another thing that we always did for Christmas was, because we lived on a farm, on Christmas Eve or Christmas morning, whichever one, we always went out and gave the animals some kind of special treat, which people say, well, that's kind of weird. Well, you live on a farm, that's what you do, right?
Christmas cow.
So what are some of the family traditions you did, Chip?
Well, that was, like you're talking about there, some of our traditions are very general and broad, and many people do them, like decorating that Christmas tree. But then you go into the uniqueness of it, like she's talking about using popcorn. And our thing was, we decorated a tree too every year at Christmas. But I just remember the traditional thing of those icicles going up as a kid, and that fan light spinning around those colors on those colored icicles. That was a just traditional thing. We didn't use the lights.
And the Advent calendar is a lot of family traditions. They turn open the little door on the little house every day, open the little door, open it. And our grandchildren, when they were smaller, their tradition was Elf on the Shelf. Elf on the Shelf every day did something mischievous before Christmas. Ooh. So let's say good morning to some of the other people that have jumped into the chat. We have Kathy Mills is with us this morning.
Good morning, Kathy.
So nice to have you with us. And here's the Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla.
Oh, we go to a candle lighting ceremony on Christmas Eve every year as a family. Yes, there's a lot of those Christmas candle lighting ceremonies goes on around town. A lot of churches will have those. Mm-hmm. And that's another tradition that many people have.
And from even when I was a little girl to when we were raising our children, we always went to church for the Christmas cantata.
Yeah,
that was singing, always right? Yes, that was always a big thing for us, as well as the Christmas parade.
Oh yeah, how about that Christmas tradition parade?
Yes, we have Eddie Lugo is in the house with us this morning. Good morning, Eddie. So nice to have you with us.
Yo, Eddie.
So I always think it's kind of funny where we live here. We have 3 towns in our county. We have Avon Park, Sebring, and Lake Placid. And Avon Park, because they're the north end of our county, always leads the Christmas parade.
Yep.
And they always have it the very first Monday in the month of December. It
That's
doesn't
right.
matter what, it doesn't matter if it's the 1st or the 5th or whatever. So we just had last Monday, this Monday was our first Christmas parade for Avon Park. And then Sebring, I think their Christmas parade is
Friday.
tonight.
Yeah.
And then Lake Placid, theirs is on Saturday, I believe.
Okay.
So, the Christmas parade, when we were growing up, all of the bands were in the Christmas parade. All the schools and everything were in the Christmas parade. Well, the Christmas parades are getting smaller and smaller. I'm not sure why that is.
Well, because there's no more bands. I remember the Christmas parade when I was a kid. There was bands from like 20 different towns around us and 20 different bands coming down. And the last Christmas parade we went, there was like one band. And, it was crazy.
Speaking of Christmas parades, not to put a damper on it or anything, but we do want to remember that this is the anniversary of the Waukesha Christmas massacre, where the gentleman drove the vehicle through the Christmas parade and killed a lot of people and injured a lot more. He was found guilty this month and is sentenced to life in prison. So we do want to, put our hearts out for the families of those, because this is the time of year where they're going to remember that every year, So here's what the Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla say.
When the kids were young, I would grow my beard from September to December and shave Christmas Eve as they were asleep and be clean shaved on Christmas morning.
Oh, man.
Santa Claus.
So one time, Chet shaved his mustache off by accident. He was in the bathroom trimming it and ended up trimming it wonky donkey and ended up shaving it off. Well, our children, they were like 4 and 5 years old. And I'm in the kitchen doing something, and I hear the girls just hysterically laughing. And I go out there and they're rolling around on the living room floor, just hysterically laughing. I'm like, what is so funny? They're like, Daddy has a monkey lip. Daddy has a monkey lip, because he has an overbite. He has never shaved it off since. Never,
I went in the mirror, I looked,
ever.
I go, oh my God, they're right. They're right. I never noticed that before.
And something that we always did as a Christmas tradition for our children on Christmas Eve, we put out Raisinets, and it was supposed to be reindeer droppings that they, Santa Claus and all that.
Hey, you kids want to eat some reindeer poop?
Here's what Gypsy and the Vanilla Girl say.
Eddie, but since the beard is 2 years old now, maybe this year just the mustache.
There you go.
Okay, yeah, don't want to.
And Keisha has dropped in this morning. Good morning, Keisha. So nice to have you. And Elena's with us as well. Good morning.
Good morning, y'all.
And here's what TNT has to say.
Now that we live in a little suburb outside of Chicago, how all the little towns do a tree lighting everywhere.
Ah, yes.
How about that? Tree lighting is great.
It's funny how from a big city environment to a little town environment, how it's so different. It's just, we have when we get to the decorating, driving around, seeing the decorations, we're going to tell you about a place, a family here that does this huge thing and what our individual neighborhood does for Christmas. And here's what Jeffrey Schmidt has to say.
Our Christmas tradition is hiding the pickle ornament in a Christmas tree.
I told you about that, yes. A
special gift will be given to one of our girls who finds it. A German tradition is who finds it, a year of good luck.
I told you it was a year of good luck. Yes.
Yeah, my sister does that. I didn't know what that was all about. Well, thank you for explaining that, Jeffrey, because my sister does that every year and I had no idea why.
Yeah. And the Gypsy Vanilla, it's all about laughing, And here's TNT.
We're going to see the holiday train tonight. It pulls up and a couple of performers sing Christmas songs on the train car. Oh, how about that? Now, that's pretty unique, isn't it?
Now, one thing that they did here for years, and they just don't do it anymore, and I don't know if they don't do it anymore because maybe the gentleman's passed away, but they, in our local mall, which our mall's dead now, but they would set up a train display, and it was this massive display that went around the top of the room and all around the bottom, and you could just walk around that train display and be in awe,
There's a lot of money and time put into that, I can tell you. So some of the other traditions that we have, I think, is universal, is wrapping of gifts and giving them on Christmas.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I think most places do that. Even around the world, different countries participate in that.
We always would go shopping and we'd hide all the Christmas decorations in the closet and everything, and then we never wrapped anything until Christmas Eve. So our children always saw a tree with no presents under it at all until they woke up on Christmas morning. And so one year we bought one of them, this monkey, right? And he had this banana, and he tossed in the banana like this. And he goes, "Woo, woo, woo, woo." And we bought the other one a parrot.
Bird, yeah.
And the parrot would mimic everything that you said, right? Well,
Yeah.
we're coming home from Toys R Us and we hit a bump in the road, and that monkey starts going, and the parrot starts mimicking the monkey, right? And we get home, it's like, oh my God, we got to shut these things up. So Chet hit him up in the top of the closet. One day I'm in the bedroom, I'm in the closet, I'm trying to get something down. And that monkey starts and that bird starts, and the girls are like, what's that? What's that? I'm like, I don't know what that is. It must be a squirrel or something that's gotten into the class. And it was so funny because we tried to hide that stupid monkey and that stupid parrot. So let's see what's going in the chat, because we got some good things going in the chat over here.
That monkey was funny.
Here's Law Jones.
We were always allowed to open one present on Christmas Eve.
We never did that. We never did that with our children, but our children do that with our grandchildren. They are allowed to open one gift.
Yeah. You got to have more than one. When I was a kid, if we'd open one on Christmas Eve, it wouldn't be nothing open the next day. So,
And here's what the Gypsy and the Vanilla Girl say.
yep, Tammy took the kids out to feed the reindeer, and then we would go and make our prints and pick up good and put out fake poop. Yes.
Yes. And we have a day that we're gonna talk about what you do on Christmas Eve too. So there are things that we did, and we did specifically on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, how about that?
And here's TNT.
TNT's Casa of Captivating Cruising. I did retail work in Niles, Stokey, and Shamburg. Went to Perilous many times. Yum. That's Eddie talking to.
Well, I think this is fun. Fearless Rammer once noticed Eddie hide Pickle in his tree because Pickle is his cat.
That's a good question. Fearless Rammer. Oh, Eddie, you need to answer that in the chat. Do you hide pickles in your tree?
And the Gypsy and the Vanilla Girl.
I'm going to stop typing if they keep changing all my words.
I'm changing his words.
No, the spell correct.
Oh, spell correct does it? Okay.
Yeah.
And here's the Gaylords about Pickle again.
Phyllis Rambler, I think Pickles rules the house.
I think so too.
I'm pretty sure of that.
And Visos Travel is with us this morning. Good morning, Visos. So nice to have you with us.
Good morning, Rafi. What's going on?
And here's Keisha.
A lot of school systems have reduced funding for the arts, and it definitely impacts the communities. Hence, fewer bands and the holiday parades.
Yes.
Now, when we grew up, parents funded everything. The school did not pay for the band. When we grew up, you had to buy your own band uniform. You had to buy your own instruments.
Same way with cheerleading.
Yeah, cheerleading. Yeah, they had to pay for everything.
Yep.
So, yeah. So it's different now. I guess the schools are paying for some of that.
So our children, every extracurricular activity they participate in, we had to pay for.
We pay for all of it. Yeah.
And I had something I was going to say.
That's why we couldn't go cruising until they grew up.
I had something I was going to say, and I don't forget what it was. Oh, about the schools and the lost arts with the Christmas parade. I was going to say something. I don't forget what it was now. Well, let's see what Jeffrey Schmidt has to say.
Also, another tradition is to visit Bronner's Christmas store in Frankenmuth, Michigan. It is the largest Christmas store in the world.
I did not know that.
What? Oh, wow. I bet
So
that'd be
we have a
interesting.
town in Florida called Christmas. That's the name of the town. And they always do. It's always huge there. It's just too far away from where we live. We'd have to go stay in a hotel to go there. Let's see.
Yeah,
Here's
that's how
the
big Florida
the
is.
Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla.
Our children open one gift on Christmas Eve too, but it's always new pajamas.
Yes. Now there's a lot of families that do that. Yes. Yes. And that seems to be a lot of fun. We never did that, but that does seem to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Um,
So how about some of these other traditions? Baking cookies. Are y'all baking cookies for Christmas because it's Christmas? Baking those sugar cookies, or are you baking regular chocolate chip cookies? I don't care which. Send them to us at P.O. Box 9833, Sebring, Florida.
what is the Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla saying here? It's all paid.
It's all paid for here, and we still can't get the kids to join the band.
Yes.
Okay, so the band is paid for there, and they still can't get the kids to join. That's interesting. I wonder
That's
why
very
kids have lost interest in learning music.
I don't know.
That's interesting.
Music
there is a decline in it, though. We've noticed it here as well.
There really is. And I think it's a decline as far as all extracurricular activities. I think it's because they're so computerized now. The kids they want to do computerized music. They don't want to walk. They don't want to march in the band and play an instrument. They want to create, music on devices.
Yeah.
Let's see what Fearless Rambler says.
We have our kids open one gift on Christmas Eve, and it's always pajamas. Even today, when they are in their 30s,
Yes.
How about that? See, that tradition is holding on long and strong over there.
Yep. And Visa wants to know, is that 1 or 2 dogs behind you? It's 2. Let me get the chat down.
Yeah, that's
so you
2
can
of
see
them.
it.
Can you see them?
That's 2 of them.
That one's Enzo, and that one's Ringo.
Yes. So Enzo is part miniature border collie, part Chihuahua, and of course Ringo is 100% Chihuahua. They're over there actually fighting over a new toy. So
I wouldn't call it fighting. They play like that. That's just how they roll over there.
And Visa says they bake cookies for Santa.
Oh yeah, how about that?
Oh, I know what I was going to say now. Today on my way to work, our community, we have a circle in the middle of downtown Sebring, and it's a roundabout. And we always have Christmas activities in the center of the roundabout. Well, today is the food drive. So what you do is you just drive around the circle and you just roll your window down and hand out your bag of groceries for the food drive. So that's what I'm doing this morning on my way to work, is I'm going to participate in the food drive. And they make it so easy because you don't have to get out of your vehicle. They've got all the Santas and the elves are standing out there, and you just roll down your window and hand it out, and off you go.
Yeah, it's great. You go buy a bunch of cans of chicken and some and soup and stuff and some pasta and hand them the whole bag.
And
there
it's
you go.
a great way to help feed families for the holidays in our area that are less fortunate. And Fearless Dreamer says they make sushi.
You make sushi on Christmas Eve.
Now
I never would have guessed that. How about that?
That's interesting. But
Yeah.
you know what? I think it's Japan for Thanksgiving. They all think that we have Kentucky Fried Chicken in America for Thanksgiving. So they always do Kentucky Fried Chicken for American Thanksgiving, which I think is so funny.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
Here's what Viso says.
I went to a Christmas program at my daughter's school yesterday, and all the 8th graders were playing guitar.
Oh, that's
about
cool.
that?
That's really cool.
That's pretty cool, yeah.
And Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla.
Good idea playing the piccolo in the marching band. Bad idea playing the grand piano in the marching band.
There you go. Here's Law Jones.
We get together and have a gingerbread decorating party. It gets silly.
Yes. And here's Captain Billy.
Oh, my family has a Danish tradition on Christmas Eve. We make, something called Danish pancake balls that you cook in a cast iron pan. You top them with jams, jelly, syrup, etc. Oh, how about that? That sounds pretty good.
That is. And here's Keisha.
I like that. Cool at Viso's Travel. Love school performances. My daughter sings and sounds beautiful.
Yes.
There used to be a lot of Christmas plays and stuff too. I don't know if that's a big thing anymore or not.
I don't know. I think it's so many things are controversial now, and I don't think they're allowed to do a lot of things anymore. And Jeffrey Schmidt is off to Planet Fitness. Have a great workout, Jeffrey. Thanks for stopping in.
Yes, sir. Thanks for the joke of the day, Jeffrey.
And the Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla.
He says, that sounds cool, Law. I saw Walmart has a bunch of gingerbread themed crafts, Batman, The Simpsons, etc. Yeah, you can get all kinds of gingerbread stuff going on up there.
Now, we did a really fun Christmas a couple of years when our grandchildren were 14, because they're getting older, and I thought, I better do something now before they think they're too cool to do stuff. So it was a few years ago, and what we did, if you've ever heard of the TV show
Nailed It.
You're supposed to bake. They have real bakers that bake stuff, and you're supposed to recreate it, even though you have no clue how to do it. So I did that for our family Christmas party, and we had pictures of really elaborate things, and I split the teams up. Like, you were not paired with your own child, you were paired with a niece or a nephew, and of course I was paired with one of my grandchildren, and the dads were judges. We had Chef Boyardee was a judge, and Chef Chocolat, and it was a blast. That was our Christmas party, and the gifts were like my daughters got to take home the rolling pins and the cutting boards and everything that we used, and we did not do anything baking. Everything was already, like, we used marshmallows and candy, and we bought the gingerbread kits, and they could do whatever they wanted to, and it was amazing. It was a lot of fun. And I had fondant, and they had to make little tiny penguins out of fondant and stuff, and I had coconut that you could use for snow. That way no one had to cook anything, but we had an absolute blast. And I went down to a local printing shop, and I bought aprons off of the Nailed It TV show, and I had their team name written on it. So we had like the reindeers and the elves and the Santas, and we
Mhm.
had the different team names.
Yep.
And it was a blast. And that was something that we'd never done, and they still talk about it today. Are we going to do that again? It was a lot of work, so no, we're probably not going to do it again.
If they want to set it up, we'll go participate. But that's a lot of work. Yeah.
Let's see what's going in the chat over here, because the chat's just really jumping.
Yeah,
Did
so
you want to add anything else, honey?
I was going to say another big tradition for us, since the kids were real little, like 4 or 5, we started getting the little Pez dispensers with the different heads every year. And so till this day, we're still having to get those Pez dispensers, not just for the grandkids, but for the kids still, even though they're in their 30s.
Mm-hmm. And Viso, we are not going to be on the Vloggers Cruise in January 29th. We have to book so far in advance to get a handicap room that we just can't do these things that we didn't know about in advance.
Yeah, it'd be total coincidence if we ever hit a Vloggers Cruise, because we had to book so far ahead.
And we're not doing the Booze Cruise next year either, only because we had already got Alaska booked.
Yeah.
And Alaska's just tapping us out.
Oh, yeah.
And here's the Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla.
That says you should do a live Nailed It Cruise Edition.
That would be fun.
That would be fun.
Be
Yeah, how
fun.
about that? Let's see how we make that work. Keisha says, thanks, Law Jones. She's at university now and couldn't fit Coral into her schedule. Oh, wow. Off to college. You ain't old enough to have a kid in college.
And did you take me that you're talking about the nail that we had for family Christmas? No, my children would. First of all, that was before we ever started doing YouTube. And my daughters would be appalled if I put that up now.
Yeah.
But you can go to my YouTube channel, Robin Dodge YouTube or Facebook page, and see the pictures of it.
Yeah, it's on Facebook.
Yeah, here's Fearless Rambler.
We went into a shop called Gingerbread House last night, and yes, we bought cookies.
How could you not buy cookies if you're going into the
You walk in there
house?
and smell that, you're buying something. Gypsy and Vanilla Gorilla say, get 3 or 4 channels to go on a panel and make the same thing at the same time and have it cruise themed.
That would be fun. Oh my gosh, that would be a lot of fun. It's a little too late to think about that now.
No, yeah, because we got so much going on now.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe for next year, though.
We'll definitely have to put that down.
I might kick that off for next
Mm-hmm.
year. Just a reminder, See Me Traveling will be going live this morning. Yes, they're on the cruise ship.
3 minutes.
Yes. Okay, Fearless Rambler says, oh, yes, Pez. Can't forget them, Chet.
That's right. I love gingerbread.
Love gingerbread.
Mm-hmm.
Law Jones, yes, my videography skills are horrible, but I love to hear her sing.
And we have James is with us this morning. Good morning, James. So nice to have you with us.
Good morning, James.
So what do we have going on today? Today's Friday. We don't have Sea Lake Journeys. The morning show today is all we have going on today. The parade, the raid parade this afternoon. Make sure you hit that if you'd like to.
And how many of y'all are going on a Christmas cruise? How many of y'all want to make a new tradition of cruising during the time of Christmas? We're going in just 9 days. 8 days.
8 days. Yes.
8 days. It's become a thing for us now. We've done 4 cruises in the past at this time at Christmas. And it's become a regular thing now for us. That's one of our new Christmas traditions that we started.
Yes. So I think we've covered everything, you guys. And Kurt and Marsha, they're coming on here in just a few minutes. So make sure you tune into them as long as they have internet. I believe they're boarding the ship today because yesterday they were in a hotel. So
no, they boarded the ship yesterday. I thought they boarded yesterday.
Oh, did they board yesterday? I don't know. I saw them in the hotel. So their morning show was in the hotel yesterday. Here's Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla.
Molasses cookies are really good too. Have a great day, everyone. It's your choice. Make the right one. Oh, yes.
And Mark the Shark is getting on a cruise this weekend.
Yes, he is. Mark the Shark cruising this weekend.
And Keisha says she can't wait. She's looking forward to our cruise.
Woo!
And Nets dropped in. Good morning, Nets. So nice to have you
Good morning,
with us
Nets
today.
Blog 21.
And Visa says, great show.
Glad he was up early today. Yes. Thanks for being here, Rafi.
And Eddie said that there was an emergency on the ship yesterday.
Oh, wow.
I didn't catch their whole morning show because I had to go to work. I don't always get to watch their whole morning show. So everybody hit that thumbs up and share in the community as well.
That's
and
right.
Until tomorrow, you guys will be on at 10 a.m. tomorrow because it's Saturday.
Yes.
So we will see you around the channel.
See you around the channel.